this is the most important to clean. Okay, we are installing the liner that's on a pre-slope, and I just want to show you here. Okay, see here I have a really space to put the remainder of the line when I actually fold it, and I push it with this. See, I can push it inside with no problem. See? And now I can go and just start giving the first. I'm using this, it's really temporary because I have to test it. After that I'm going to use a screw or nail, but it should be a nail that is against rusted, which means it's a water environment, remember. So put that one just temporary here, and remember from here to here is actually almost 9 inch. What I'm saying is it must be higher than the curve. The curve is 6 inch. So that's what I'm saying, that's what I'm putting here. You can see quite high. So I need to flat it before. And you can see what I'm doing, I'm flattening it. Okay, flattening it, it's very important to flat. Because you really don't want unflatted liner, because then water will stay there and on your pre-slope worth nothing. Okay, and I'm going to actually put on the top of it. See? And I'm going to continue here. You can see the stuff must be flat. You can work with it with any way you have to work. Any means of flattening. That's very important. So here is another one. And remember, I put it really on top, because I first need to test it to see if there is no water leak. Okay? So here's another place. This is the other corner here. Okay? As you can see, here I'm doing the same thing. I'm using this stuff to push it inside. See, so I have to push it until the end. Okay? So, pushing it. So as you can see, there is another corner here where I actually have to push inside the remainder of the remaining of the pen liner inside this space that I prepare for it. And it's better to push it even with this screw, so you can see what's happening here. Okay? And here I'm going to put a bench, so I really need a little bit higher pen liner here. So this is what I'm going to do here. I'm just going to stretch it. Remember, the most important is going to be stretch here, because here the water will go down to the drain. And here what I can do, I can put one here. As you can see, the pen or the container, the pen started to be up here. Make sure it's actually here. Get that one. Give it as high as you can. So we are really almost done with that. So there are two corners that we need to take care of them now. So this is the other corner. As you can see here, I'm actually continue using this stick. It's actually loads for painting, steel painting, but it's very efficient here, just to make it straight. Okay, so it's very important that all the excess of the liner will go inside to the spaces. Then you can actually put the durag or the RD Baker board, cement board, properly on the wall. So the other things I want you to talk about is this tart paper or the moisture barrier, tart paper. It should be over the liner, not under the liner. You can see here, it's important that it's going to be over the liner. And really need to put tar paper until here eventually. So I will show the end result. But this is important, that's code actually. So see this corner, I'm going to I actually make a diagonal line here. That's when I want to cut it, the diagonal line here. That's going to be overlap on the other small wall here. So here I'm going to cut it. And this is really the corner where it's going in. So let's see how it's going to look like. We finished to install the liner, really just the first part of the liner, because we still need to make a hole and cut here where is the drainer to actually put the flange over it and the drain, actually the shower drain. But just want you to see here, we cut here, you see the stuff here, it's going inside. It's going inside the space here, but you see that's overlap, this PVC here, the PVC I put before. So you see this, actually it's covered, this one, if it's going to be any water here, it really won't go inside. I'm going to actually glue it here to the other PVC, it's going to work perfectly. So as you can see, everything going according to the design really. The real successful here is the design. If you don't do it in a design, it's going to be very difficult to be successful here. Okay, now what I'm going to do, I'm going to really cut the liner where the screw are. Because what we want to do now, we really want to put the flange. Remember this flange? We have to put the flange over the liner. It will attach the liner. We have to cut the 4 screw here, put silicone under the liner. I will show you how to do it, and then use this flange to attach the PVC to the drain, to the base drain. So the first thing you see there is a screw here. So what I'm going to do, first you have to use a very sharp knife and slightly make an X. You see, that's the X here. And you try to push it. It's not easy. Give it right again, okay? And be careful with the knife to make another hole here, and you can see I'm actually push it in. And that's the first one. Now we're going to the second one. Here's the second one here. Okay, so be careful not to make the X too big, because then you damage the liner. This is very important, this step. Okay. See here, the cut is not fully. Okay. Now for the other one here. You really want it strong to put it in. Okay. And you have the last one here. You have to push it really, because you really want the hole to be as smaller as it can. Okay, so now we have the first screw here. I just want to see if this is going in. This flange, remember the flange? Okay, so you can see you have to open more the screw here, and still need to open more. It's really designed exactly. See, that's the one, and then you have to close it. But before we're going to do it, we have to put silicone. Because if you're not going to put silicone, you see, we make 4 holes here. Water will go through these holes. And the silicone going to be on the ring when I show you. The silicone actually will seal it, that no water will really penetrate under the liner. You can see it very soon. You see this flange, when it's going, when you close it, it's really sealed, but it's not enough. The silicone is flexible and it will work better. And it's also the manufacturer that manufactured that span liner, he said you have to put silicone under it. I'll show you how to do it. So now I have to put silicone here, and unfortunately we have to remove it. Okay, so you have to be careful when you're removing it. Okay, so this is silicone I'm going to use. If you can look at it here, you can see the 2 liner here with a star. That's meaning that this silicone is neutral, so you cannot hurt the PVC. This is very important. Also, this is after 30 minutes you can actually start water ready. So it have to be at least 30 minutes here. So what I want to do here, you see this kind of a ring here? This is the place where you should really put the silicone. Okay, so this silicone is a flexible silicone, so when the temperature is changing, and it can change a lot, at least 100 degrees, it's hot and cold, so it can be flexible, but it still will seal the PVC with a flange to here, so water cannot go under these flange, okay, but under these liner, sorry, and will go to this cement. This is very important. So this is not a choice, this is a must. So when you use silicone, please use a neutral silicone here, because the PVC is very sensitive for all kind of silicone. So here you can see I put kind of nice amount of you have to put a waterproof silicone, and a lot of silicone are not really can exist in water for a long time, but this silicone will. You can also put under this here and stuff, but it's not really important. The most important is water will not penetrate under the liner and will go to the cement. If it penetrates under these, and it will penetrate it from these screws where it's the holes, it will go to the drain and not to under the liner. So that's why you need silicone. And don't be shy to put quite a bit of it here. Okay, so we put the silicone, we finished with it, and now we're actually going to install the liner. And you can see I didn't make the hole because I will show you what I want to make 2 tests. To test the stuff to see if there is no any problem here, okay?